Welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review, episode number. I want to make sure I get this correct here. Here we go. Episode 141. Unlike last week's episode, which didn't have a new manga chapter, this week there is. This one discussing episode 119, Encounter Part 2. This one adapts chapters, well, it adapts from pages 1219 of chapter 273, goes to the entirety of 274 275, and pages 4 through 13 of 276. So pretty much most of the chapter. Excuse me. Now, what happened in this episode? Well, we pick up we left out last time where we start off with basically Fat Gum saying Fukuyomi carrying Hawks and seeing that he's injured and says when he gets to the rear, and then of course we have Kratos, who creates like a big who basically gets tired of the guy who unleashes ice. So he creates a big bat for Mount Lady to basically beat the crap. Like, here you go, Mount Lady. He's like, thank you. Yep, I'm sure that James Marcel was probably having a lot of fun with this episode. Yep. And then, of course, basically, like, Dobby informs Mr. Compress what happened with twice. Well, basically, compared notes, we all see Toga, where she is taking the skies and she's killing some heroes. And things slip. And anybody can tell just by looking at this, basically, apparently, the weird thing about Toga is whenever she does one of these little shape-changing forms, she has to be completely butt naked. Yes, seriously, she has to be like this for reasons. I don't know why, but she is. I can tell this because basically that we don't see like a bodysuit or anything that she's in, like when she first did this. So, aside from this stuff there, now we don't see much of what happened to Villa. We do see that. Well, apparently we're gonna see. Well, it looks like I saw a preview for next week. It looks like we'll see Giant Makia take on Mount Lee. That should be quite interesting to say the least. Meanwhile, though, Todoroki is looking for Deku. Yep, he basically also gets to fight Endeavor. Yes, Endeavor finally gets back up. Apparently, no content, but apparently all the rest of the heroes who survived that all get out alive. He fights it for a while. Notices basically that he's thought, oh, he's flame resistant. No, he's got regeneration. He's got instant regeneration tissue. That's basically what we got here. And Deku over here is basically what he's looking for, which is basically one for all. He's basically looking for him. Burning Flame Bear. Burning has no idea what the heck he's talking about. Basically, he's looking for Deku. Excuse me. So Deku and Bakugo basically go off a distance to basically be a distraction for Todoroki who gets away from the civilians. Eventually, when Gran Torino meets up with him, he actually convinced him. This actually was a really smart idea because he was after him in the first place and having the pro heroes take care of it. You also have a Racer who's with Raklo. Excuse me, where he basically uses a Racer mode on Todoroki. We do see Manuel creating water to put around his eyes to keep his eyes steady, which, yeah, his eyes probably would dry out after quite a while. So good on him for doing that. Good teamwork there. And then, of course, we see Todoroki where he apparently used his smartphone to unlock a bunch of tubes. And then the episode shockingly ends with the groundbreaking open and unleashing 5 giant Nemus. It was like, huh? I thought the lab was destroyed. And that's the episode. By the way, also the thing where Chaku wondered what the heck he's doing. And, I forgot something. Yeah, he hasn't told her yet about his quirk. Yeah, he doesn't tell her until like a little bit later. Although he will. And this is just a really good episode. Enjoy it. Next up, we're talking about chapter 373, friends. I believe this is a version of, I don't know, Deku on the cover, which is colorized. Yep. So that starts off with Tentacruel, where he's taking a bunch of subordinates of Spinner. We see a pig guy. Of course, you have basically holding, like, see a guy. It's like, no cower. They chat for a bit. Because he apparently talked about his ability. We see Rocklo briefly. Oh, by the way, President Mike is in the episode too. By the way, I forgot to mention that the doctor did bring up the fact that he should have altered his mind, not his body. We see President Mike using his blast on Spinner. Because, of course, apparently he got his hands on Warp Gate. He got to the room where he's in. And then we see like a hand pop up. We see a flashback when he was still in school. The blasting away. You gotta save Todoroki, Shiokimu. And apparently that's when he finally wakes up. He has been freed from his bonds he's been in ever since he was captured way back in the Rimao Course arc. Yep, and that's pretty much a chapter in a nutshell. It's a pretty good chapter. Does advance the story a little bit, very much. But we still got a long way to go when it comes to this one. Because I had to read this one twice. It seemed like, though, this chapter went by really quickly. Yeah, I had to read this one twice because, like I said, it went by too quickly. So, just want to make sure, okay? Okay, so that's the episode of you. Next episode is going to be a review for the Hunter x Hunter manga. And no, there's no Black Clover manga this week. Usually next week, basically, for that one. So after I do Hunter x Hunter, One Piece is next. Okay, next video. Bye.